Alright, welcome to the Sports News Insider College Football Blog. It's your man Akeem McCall, giving you part 2 of the change plans that I have for the NCAA. I announced earlier this week that President Mark Emmert and 50 other college presidents are gathering together in Indianapolis for a summit to come up with a strategy to help change the format and actions of the NCAA athletics. Now, today I'm going to talk about my playoff system for the FBS division. Now, President Barack Obama definitely suggested that the FBS division should have a playoff system in the postseason, and I 100% agree to that. I think there should be a 16-team playoff. Now, there are 11 conferences in the FBS division. Now, with these 11 teams, I think every champion of that conference should definitely be into the playoff system. Now, there'll be 5 at-large bids after that, and I think the voters or the BCS system, computer system, can help put those 5 at-large bids into the playoffs. Now, could be great for the NCAA because every team has an opportunity to win a national champion. Now, for the first round of the playoff, it should just be a regular first round playoff, no bowl games. Now, the winners of the first round should go to the major BCS bowl games, the Rose Bowl, Sugar Bowl, Fiesta Bowl, and Orange Bowl, with the respected winners. And I think the voters can vote who should play who for those major BCS bowl games. Now, the losers, they are still eligible to play a bowl game. They can play any other bowl like the Papa John's Bowl or the Holiday Bowl or the Alamo Bowl. Now, they could still be eligible to play for a regular bowl game. And I think could be great because every team, once again, has an opportunity to play for the national title, and we can still keep the bowl game system intact. Now, the reason why I think having a playoff system could be great is because after the regular season, we pretty much have a month off before we see the bowl games, and I think having a playoff system could keep the year going and there's no really big breaks in between the bowl games and the end of the regular season. So having the playoff system could have the FBS season keep going, moving forward, instead of having everybody wait a month to play the year. Now, they're only to play their games. Now, the only thing that some people might have some concern with having a playoff system is that there will be more games for teams to play during their season. So I strongly suggest to answer the question of if there are too many games. I think to answer this question, they should lower the regular season games just a couple of games. I think there should be 10 regular season games, 11 games at tops, including the conference championships for some conferences. I think 11 games at tops should be on the schedule for FBS division schools. I think this can help lower the season, the amount of games they play during the season just a little bit. I think they could still have 2, maybe 3 non-conference games during the regular season, and then for the rest of their games, they'll play the conference game and determine who will be the champion of each of those conferences. So I think they could still have a couple of non-conference games, but then focus more on focusing on their conference games so they could get into the playoff system. And I think this could be a great fit. Now, teams can play, like I said, 2 non-conference games, maybe 3, and then they can still get into the regular schedule and work on their conferences. So more people could still be fit to watch non-conference games and get televised showings for those non-conference games. So that could still be a good thing. Now, I think the reason why this is so important to have a playoff system is to really just to embrace more of college football, the sport itself, and have a better showing of winning more important than having money. Now, the thing I do not understand about these teams in these conferences in the FBS division, especially the BCS conferences, they're really money hungry. They're not really looking forward towards winning or showing the sport itself. I think the problem with the NCAA is that they're showing too much money, and that money is more important. And I think that's the wrong thing to go at. I think every kid should have an opportunity to be a national champion. Most of the schools, they'll start their season with their coaches are saying, hey, let's just go for a conference championship, and hopefully we'll go to a BCS bowl game like the Mountain West or the WAC. You basically have to go undefeated and crush teams in order to make it to a BCS bowl game, and I really think that's unfair. And I think they should really have a playoff system, more to embrace a winning factor for the NCAA teams, and less about getting the money and collecting TV viewings and TV ratings. I don't really think that's fair, and I think having a playoff system can embrace more of college football itself and the sport instead of money, and giving everybody an opportunity to be a national champion. Pretty much a story to tell for their lives in the future of their lives, and I think that's just a great idea to have a playoff system. Now, I'm going to keep you guys posted with stories in college football, some of the updated news, the latest news. Like yesterday, we just found out Arkansas running back Niles Davis, he will be out for the season due to an ankle injury, and that's going to be a tough break for the Razorbacks. It looks like Tyler Wilson's going to have to step up and get that passing game together, kind of duplicate what Ryan Mallett did last season. I think he has the capability of doing so, but they really need a good running game, and they lost a great running back in Niles Davis. I think he was one of my preseason All SEC selections this season. He's a great running back, and it's going to be a hard time for Tyler Wilson and company to replace him. For Coach Bobby Petrino to replace a good running back like Niles Davis. Now, I'm going to keep you posted on the latest stories. We're getting closer to the college football season as well as the NFL. Last night we saw a couple of preseason games in the NFL. I'll keep you posted on the fantasy football leagues, and I'll tell you a couple stories about that and keep you posted on every story that you need, including the upcoming games this season in college football and the NFL. From Sports News Insider, I'm your man Akeem McCall. Be easy.